Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. BondCrypt XRP posting this: leading partners of Ripple, UBS Group AG, a Swiss multinational investment bank and financial services firm that serves in over 50 countries. Okay, let's also make note of this. Credit Suisse cites Ripple as an example technology for banks to cut costs and increase revenue in payments. That was back in August 2016. And so here's the news today with regards to both UBS and Credit Suisse. They are making further progress in emergency plans, considering now that we're seeing inflation. What is the contingency if certain things occur? So let me read you guys this. UBS and Credit Suisse have made further progress in how they would stabilize and restructure themselves in a financial crisis, Swiss financing dog FINMA said on Thursday. Big Swiss banks must demonstrate how they would right themselves in the event of an emergency, or how they can be restructured or liquidated without obstacles while maintaining their systemically important functions in Switzerland. Note that term there, guys, liquidated. Because if this is a financial crisis and if their customers all of a sudden want to take their money out of the bank, well, there's got to be a process in order to liquidate and to be able to fund them. So what are they saying here? FINMA sees further progress in the global resolvability of the large Swiss banks, Credit Suisse and UBS. The watchdog said in a statement, they significantly reduced obstacles to the implementation of the resolution strategy. FINMA also approved the recovery plans of both large banks again. FINMA also continues to view the Swiss emergency plans of Credit Suisse and UBS as effective. Resolvability means creating the conditions for successfully restructuring a systemically important bank in a crisis, or allowing it to exit the market by way of bankruptcy without jeopardizing financial stability. So that's the other thing. If the crap hits the fan, they need an exit strategy. And so by liquidating their assets, there needs to be a smooth transition. And, this is all part and parcel of what we're seeing coming down the pipe with this new financial system. I mean, it all comes back to liquidity, being able to transfer value, because in this uncertain time, I think less and less people are going to be parking their money in a bank. I think more people are realizing hard assets, precious metals, and of course, cryptocurrencies are going to be the way out of this, are going to be the way that they weather the storm. So that's interesting, and also interesting that they are both Ripple partners, and that these two Swiss banks specifically, are talking about a liquidation strategy. So wanted to thank BondCrypt XRP for posting that. Also saw this, guys, from Dennis Porter breaking: U.S. energy giant Exxon, yes, the gasoline company, begins mining Bitcoin with excess gas and plans to expand to multiple states. So what does this mean? ExxonMobil is considering leveraging Bitcoin mining to make even greater profits from excess oil production. The company may take its gas to Bitcoin pilot to multiple countries after already using 18 million cubic feet of gas per month for this purpose. So this is not using gasoline. This is the off-gassing of their production. So there's always energy that is burnt when they are processing raw materials. And so they want to harness, I suppose, that energy and use it for Bitcoin mining. As reported by Bloomberg, Exxon is currently burning excess natural gas from North Dakota oil wells that would otherwise be burnt off or flared due to pipeline shortage. The company takes gas from an oil pad. Okay, so it just kind of gives you guys a little bit of how they do it. The project launched back in January of 2021 and was expanded further in July of last year. Now America's largest oil producer is planning to expand operations to Alaska, Nigeria, Argentina, Guyana, and Germany. This is according to sources that choose to remain private, as the information isn't supposed to be public yet. So isn't that interesting? ExxonMobil Gas looking to all of a sudden break out of their typical revenue stream, which is gas production, and move towards Bitcoin mining using that excess energy. I think that this is a great example of now where we are seeing big companies, mega corporations go, because they realize a new energy revolution is coming. And so they don't want to be left out in the cold. They want to maintain their business practice. And so what they're doing essentially is what a lot of people do when they see that the crap might hit the fan: diversify, diversify, diversify. So, and it is interesting that they're also diversifying into Bitcoin, of all things, using that excess gas to mine Bitcoin. Interesting news there from Dennis Porter. And speaking of cryptocurrencies, we are seeing this more and more in the United States. This is coming from Michael at Val5 Links. The governor of Colorado, Jared Polis, announced in February that the state government plans to allow residents to pay taxes in cryptocurrency as early as the summer of 2022. And so I'm not sure if I talked about Colorado specifically. I think I may have. This was announced last month. To some experts, the move is both legitimizing of the crypto asset class that was expected to come in due time. In an interview, Polis said crypto holders in Colorado could have the option of sending tax payments in digital currency, with the state converting the funds back into fiat as soon as the payments were received through an unnamed intermediary. So they're not stating what the intermediary is. However, we know the US has a great solution for converting anything of value, really to any other thing of value, using RippleNet's XRP to source that liquidity. They're not stating how they're going to do it, but Polis added that after the rollout this summer, the state would accept cryptocurrency payments for things as simple as driver's license or hunting licenses within a few months. The governor said that at the time he was not all that concerned about the potential volatility of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, given the state does not plan on holding the coins for long. So they are going to be doing that classic thing that Brad Garlinghouse says XRP solves for because it is so quick, because it can settle in about 3 to 4 seconds. You are not actually exposed to that volatility. And so, I guess at the end of the day, it's going to be up to Colorado, the state government, whether they decide to utilize DLT technology or the XRPL to settle almost instantly. So yeah, that was introduced last month, but we are seeing advancements in this, likely to be a thing in the coming months. So if any of you guys are from Colorado and you hear more about this, I would like to know. Please DM me if you guys are on Twitter or anywhere else in the US for that matter. If your state accepts cryptocurrency to pay for taxes or anything else, I want to hear about the updates because it seems like this is happening on a state-by-state basis and not every state is there yet. However, I think it's only a matter of time. The crypto market is only growing, like I mentioned in this morning's video. Market cap back up over $2 trillion, and some are projecting that we could see this increase tenfold over the next decade. So interesting news there. Wanted to keep going though, because I wanted to talk a little bit about XRP and how we're still seeing large transfers to these liquidity partners. This one in particular brought up by XRP Crypto Wolf, 30 million XRP transferred from an unknown wallet to BITRUE, which we know is a confirmed XRP liquidity partner, and another one here, 22.3 million XRP transferred from BITRUE to an unknown wallet. So we're obviously seeing large quantities of XRP being utilized for some transfers through this liquidity partner. Now, it could be a private trade, but chances are they are utilizing this XRP for liquidity. All right, and these are just two. These come out all the time. We see large quantities of XRP running through these partner exchanges. We know the Liquidity Hub, which was announced just in November. That is also getting off the ground, so likely we will see more XRP liquidity flowing very, very soon. Which brings me to this, guys. From Martin Volk, Ripple and XRP News, digital currencies could get a boost from the international crisis. So there's also that. Not only did we have to contend with a pandemic, but now we are dealing with something else. A conflict between Russia and the Ukraine, which has caused, for whatever reason, gas prices in the Western world to go up. In the United States and in Canada, we are also seeing gas prices rise. Even though we don't technically use Russian oil, I could understand maybe for Europe. They are, I think, one of the largest importers of Russian oil. But why are we seeing this? Maybe that's a topic for another video. I guess the fact of the matter remains. Inflation, gasoline, you go to the grocery store and your food is more expensive. And so what's our way out of this? Well, guess who's chimed in on this? BlackRock CEO Larry Fink. BlackRock CEO believes the current crisis, added with growing inflation, would lead to the formation of a global digital payment network. Okay, this is coming from BlackRock, one of the two biggest investment management companies on planet Earth, them and Vanguard. And okay, so here we go. Larry Fink, the CEO of the world's largest asset management company, BlackRock, believes the ongoing Russia-Ukraine crisis has boosted the case for digital currencies as a tool for settlement for international transactions. In a letter to shareholders, Fink noted that the ongoing war could force nations to reassess their currency dependencies, which eventually would make way for a global digital payment network. Interesting. Is this the same global payment network that we've been talking about for years now? He said the war has put an end to the globalization forces at work for the past 30 years. Fink's observations about a boost in the digital currency market is quite spot on, as trade sanctions on Russia have already led many countries that import oil and gas from there to look for alternative payment networks beyond centralized SWIFT. India is reportedly developing a direct INR payment gateway to buy energy supplies, while discussion about a digital payment network is also on the rise. And guys, here's a quote. A global digital payment system thoughtfully designed can enhance the settlement of international transactions while reducing the risk of money laundering and corruption. So, I mean, whether it is India and China's system or, the one that Russia and China have agreed to work on, it's all going to have to be interoperable, and we know the XRPL, we know RippleNet, they have purposely integrated their DLT platform to be interoperable with all of these different platforms. So Swift, for example, they're interoperable with Swift, and they are likely going to be interoperable with all these other platforms globally. Remember, the ISO 20022 standard. This is what the world is going to be going on, and that process has started. I believe it started this year, and the final goal is to be fully integrated worldwide by the year 2025. According to rumors, Ripple partnered the clearinghouses in talks with Wells Fargo to develop a Swift alternative. So here's something else that I should mention from Esoteric XRP. Huge XRP news earlier. I posted a video about a guy who revealed that Wells Fargo has been training on a Swift replacement. Now I got an online service agreement update from Wells Fargo talking about real-time payments by clearinghouse, a Ripple partner. So I did report on this a couple of weeks ago, or last week I believe it was. Russia local Bitcoin trading volume has also registered a spike in March. So people are realizing, guys, and just as I was saying at the top of the video, moving from traditional fiat currencies into cryptocurrency, I think is going to become more and more mainstream in the latter half of this year, 2022 and into 2023. I think ultimately that will help boost the cryptocurrency market. I mean, we're already seeing it over $2 trillion. But really, I mean, if we do see this financial crisis continue, which I foresee it likely will, unfortunately, we are going to see more people pile into cryptos. That's what's going to get the market pumping. I have a feeling that is what's really going to pump the price of a lot of different cryptocurrencies, just based on, the fear, people realizing, oh no, do I have as much trust in my currency as I did 3 years ago or 4 years ago? If the answer is no, well, how do I hedge? And I mean, since cryptocurrency's also been in the news, people are going to go to what they know. They may even get into some precious metals. This is why I say, guys, keep diversifying. Hard assets, precious metals, cryptocurrencies. Of course, I keep saying, and again, XRP going to be central to this. And so let's also not forget who is saying this. This is Larry Fink of BlackRock, talking about a new global digital payments network. And obviously, we should know where the connections lie. BlackRock, one of the partners of the World Economic Forum. And I mean, they're a partner of the World Economic Forum. Why wouldn't their CEO also be a partner of the World Economic Forum? Lawrence D. Fink, the same guy who is saying a new global digital payments network is going to be created. They're, of course, blaming it on this conflict, but I have a sneaking suspicion that this has been in the works for a while now. So is Larry Fink hinting at the fact that we will get RippleNet adoption in the coming months and maybe over the next year? I guess as long as this financial crisis continues, inflation is making it very difficult for people now. And, taking that, extrapolating that on a global scale, it would only make sense that we transition into this new digital global payment system that the CEO of BlackRock seems to think is inevitable. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.